Hello and welcome into the GSRL stream here. Tonight we will be at Portimao for the Portuguese Grand Prix for Tier 2, Round 5 of the season. How are we all doing tonight, folks? There we go. Now I get the stream pulled up on my phone. Hope we can get the other 3 drivers here that should be here for tonight. Okay, good news. I'll be able to bring in a co-commentator. He is not of this league. He's in another league I'm in, but should be alright for now. Awesome. You got a mic? Assume you do, because I usually hear you do commentary sometimes. There we go. How you doing, man? Alright, well. Yeah, I could hear you a little bit a moment ago, but not very well. Now I can hear you clearly. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was asking for a co-com. I was like, yo, anyone in here able to do a commentary with me? Yeah, this league does it an hour earlier than RSF1. I mean, for me, it's either doing it at 2 or 3 o'clock, so it's not that big a deal, but for you guys, it's like 7 or 8 o'clock, or even earlier, depending on where you live. Hmm. Looks like we finally got people coming out of the pits. The first man out of the garage is the Haas of Churchy. Following him will be the Alfa Romeo of JB Sharp. And the Neb Restroom will be on the mediums to start Q1 here. Interesting decision going on to the mediums, considering they don't really hold as much weight as they used to in last year's game and prior. So Dion, if you don't mind me asking, I don't remember which division is it you normally commentate in RSF1.
I commentate Division 3.
Ah, okay. Hello, Tommy. How are we doing? You're from Italy. That's cool. What time is it there? It's probably like 9, 10 o'clock. Here in the States, it's 2 p.m.
Are you streaming?
I am streaming, yes. Okay, on Twitch it's called Global Speed Racing League F1, all one word. Global.
Global.
Actually got a handful of drivers on the mediums. We got Neb Restrom, Wright, both the Ferraris, AlphaTauri of Pfister, and the Williams of the Q Jaguars coming through the final corner now and down the pit straight. Gonna ride on board with him. Crosses the line to start his first hot lap of the session. And down into turn 1. It's down to 5th gear now. Rides the outside curve, turn 2. Now turn 3. It's an 18.2 for Churchies. Followed immediately by turn 4. He's full throttle through here. Not many drivers can do that. Opens the DRS down the backstretch. Oh, we gotta have an echo there. Out of the hairpin now. Turn 6 immediately followed by the double right-hander of 7 and 8. This corner probably being one of the hardest corners in the entire game to get right. But he gets it perfectly. And now down the roller coaster hill here. Turn 9 followed by turn 10. It's a very late apex here for turn 10. The end of sector 2 is a 53.2 through the first 2 sectors. Getting into turn 13 now, the penultimate corner. Through the final corner, trying to hug the inside line, goes a little wide on the exit. Opens the DRS coming up the hill and cross the line. It's a 19.0. It's P6 for the Williams driver. Pole is now held by the Aston Martin of Thomas NY. Validated this lap. I'm assuming it's his in lap. He doesn't have much fuel left. Ace Phillip across the line puts up an 18.0. Check the party, see if it tells you to include your audio. It might tell you to include. Alright, 1 second. Okay, so I've got bad news. You do not have audio. Again, I don't know if that's a party thing or if the game or Xbox party is just being an idiot. Hopefully it's the latter. Or hopefully it's the former.
Yeah.
Robin coming out of the final corner now. He's invalidated his lap. He's going to do another one here, but he's not going very fast. It's only about 166 miles an hour and dropping. Not sure what he's planning on doing here. Joshua's invalidated his lap. He's not even at turn 4 yet. Let me see if I can re-invite him. Hopefully it'll give him the option of including his audio. If not, then we could have some problems with the Xbox Party, which would be rather unfortunate. Currently, your pole sitter is Ace Phillip with an 18.031. 25 thousandths of a second behind him is Bobby AFC in the Red Bull. I strangely remember him in a different car than the Red Bull. I'm guessing he must have switched teams or something, or maybe I'm just going nuts. P3 is Thomas NY 110 with an 18.2, an 18.2 for Churchies, 18.5 for Tony O'Wright. AKZ Deadly is 18.563, 3 thousandths of a second off of P5. P7 belongs to the Ferrari of Nebraska with an 18.7, 18.8 for JB Sharp. The Q Jaguar with a 19.0, 19.1 for Pfister. Twerzo is P11 with a 20.8. I'm not sure if it's Twerzo. If somebody knows what his gamertag is and it's pronounced differently than that, let me know in the chat, either through Twitch, Discord, or message me privately on Xbox. I don't care where. Robin 831014, better known as just Robin, is on another hot lap now. He's on 3-lap old softs, and he's already improved his first lap by over 3 seconds in the first sector. It's a 38.5 for the AlphaTauri driver. Thunder, Josh Meister, Fiber Eyes, SA Bolt, Joshua, and Mr. Oddbod all have yet to put up a lap time as of right now. Oh, good. Alright, let's add you as a friend so I can... Yeah, I don't want to have to go through that, trying to find you through recent players and stuff again. Got SA Bolt coming through turn 4 now. Opens the DRS down to the hairpin. Top speed of about 187 miles an hour. Into the hairpin is 3rd gear for the Alpine. 4th gear on the exit. Turn 6, just a slight left-hand kink, followed by turn 7 and turns 8. Turns 7 and 8. Turn 8, better known as Samsung Corner. Down the hill through turn 9 now. It's turn 10 again, late apex. Brake kind of early for this corner. Turn in really late though. Out of the penultimate corner. Coming through the final corner now. It's a very steep drop. Up the hill, opens the DRS into the line. It's an 18.3. It's P5 for SA Bolt. Okay, so Twerzo's correct. Good, good, good. Thank you, Tommy. We've got Bolt's teammate Josh Meister, the league owner, coming through turn 1. A little wide, doesn't invalidate though. I'll be sure to note that racing line when I end up doing my next race here. I don't actually know when that'll be, but hopefully soon. It's a 22.2 through the first sector for the Alpine. A little wide on the exit of the hairpin. I haven't seen anyone spin out in Samsung Corner just yet. Of course, anything's possible. That yellow's ahead of Josh Meister. It's a 52.994 through the first 2 sectors. I'm not sure if that car in front has lost fuel, ran out of fuel, or just going slowly. Doesn't look like he's run out of fuel, so he's definitely just Running slow. Out of the final corner now. Up the hill. Across the line. Opens the DRS. And it's 18.6 for the Alpine. It's P8. Putting himself well above the cut line for now. Currently the time you need to beat to get out of Q1 is a 19.113. Or 112 if you want to beat Pfister. Although Pfister is currently on a lap, improved his first 2 sectors by almost 6/10, so it's bound to change in any moment here. Through the final corner, this steep drop of a right-hander opens the DRS up the hill and across the line. It's an 18.6. It's P9, beating out his teammate by just 0.06 of a second. The driver now on the bubble is Acute Jaguar, currently on a lap right now. 5 minutes and 42 seconds left in this session. Oof. Here's my co-commentator's internet has just completely died on him. Rather unfortunate. Alright, well, I'm going to have to go for a moment. I'm going to invite him back. Hopefully we'll be able to have somebody in here commentating in a second. LB Sharp across the JB Sharp across the line, puts him at 18.6. It's P12. Tony Wright across the line, puts up P2. It's P11 for Neb Restroom with an 18.4. Shh, 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 shh. I know. Give me a second, buddy. I can't breathe. Fister across the line. He's got an 18.642 currently. And he puts it up to P3 with a 17.9. Oh, running up that hill ain't easy when it's this cold. Josh and AKZ Deadly both retire. Robin across the line puts up an 18.5. It's just enough to get into Q2. Josh Meister's out of the session, so is Fiber Eyes and Torzo. 18.6, 18.8, and 19.4 for those three drivers. Pole position goes to Thunder with a 17.771 for Q1. Okay, so your order making it in to Q2: Thunder, Tony Wright, Fister, Ace Phillip, Q Jaguar, Bobby AFC, Joshua, Mr. Oddbod, Thomas, Churchies, Bolt, Neb, Robin, Deadly, and JB Sharp. The three leaving again: Josh Meister, Fiber Eyes, and Torzo. First man, first drivers out of the pits are the Alfa Romeos of Ace Phillip and JB Sharp. Following them is the Alpha Tauri of Robin, the other Alpha Tauri of Fister, the Mercedes of AKZ Deadly, oh, and we've got AKZ Deadly spinning on the outlap. Stays off the track to avoid getting hit. He slides in right behind the Williams of Q Jaguar. Come through the final corner now. He will be crossing the line now, starting the first hot lap of the Q2 session. At the outside curb a little bit on the entry to turn 1 through turn 2 pretty easily. Minimum speed of 54 miles an hour in turn 3 in second gear. Full speed through turn 4, goes a little wide. Keeps it valid. It's 22.2 through the first sector. Now through turn 5. Start through turns 7 and 8 now. Followed by 9 and immediately by turn 10. See 52.96 through the first 2 sectors. What more can Ace Philip get out of this run? Now out of the final corner, up the hill, opens the DRS and across the line. It's going to be an 18.394 for Paul. His teammate out of the final corner now. He's opening the DRS up the hill and across the line. He puts up an 18.9. And Robin across the line puts up an 18.1. Pfister, it's an 18.8. Joshua across the line puts up an 18.5. AQ Jaguar besting him immediately with an 18.5 of his own. And it's a Bolt 1/1000th of a second ahead of Joshua with an 18.54. Thomas across the line puts up a 17.6. He just absolutely knocks it out of the park with his lap. AKZ Deadly with an 34.4. Not sure what he's planning on there strategy-wise. An 18.5 for Mr. Oddbot. It's P7 for the Aston Martin. Churchy's now across the line. What can he put up? It's going to be a 17.9. He puts up a purple sector 3. But it's not enough to take pole. All right. Oh. Only drivers. And what is this? What have we got here? What is Thomas doing? Rather interesting decision there. Nevrestrom and Thunder coming out of the pits now. It's only a matter of time. Tonio right now coming out of the pits. Bobby is still in the garage for now. I'm doing good, man. Make sure you include your audio if you haven't already. Okay, well then, let me check the stream. Okay, so they can hear you, but not very well. There's gotta be something I can do about that. Bit of a quiet moment in quality right now, so let me... Okay, try saying something now.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, your audio is still a little quiet. That might be something to do with my audio settings. Let me see. No, it's all normal. Okay, well, that's a little confusing, but I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. So we got Thunder coming through the middle of Sector 2 now into turn 10. 52.7 through the first 2 sectors for the McLaren driver. Yeah. I can't remember if we do Portimao this season in RSF1. I want to say yes, but like, I don't actually know. Alright, 18.2 for Thunder. It's a P4. slot for the McLaren for now.
Yeah, we are.
Awesome. Neb Restrom across the line puts up a 17.9. It's P3 for the Ferrari. Now on board with Tonio up the hill, opens the DRS and to the line. It's going to be a 17.7. Just 0.05 of a second off pole. A little over 7 minutes left in Q2 here.
Yeah.
GSRL.
British League American.
It's British. The guy who runs it is in RSF1. What's Josh Meister? You know him? Yeah, he's actually in this division too.
Yeah, I do recognize him.
You know, when I first got here, Fister and Mr. Oddbod and Josh Meister were the only three I knew. I still don't know many of these guys very well, but I am pretty new, so. Antonio in the pits now. Got Robin starting his hot lap in just a moment. We'll move on to the one driver here who has yet to put up a lap time in Bobby AFC.
Okay. You Jaguar. Improvement.
Definitely. Oh, there we go. 17.344 for Bobby AFC as he absolutely slams his lap out of the park. AKZ Deadly has invalidated his lap. Robin not improving in the first sector. He's down by 0.06 of a second. He's going to have to find at least 0.2 to gain a spot. Robin coming through the... Oh! Massive snap of oversteer out of turn 10. He gets a purple sector too, but he's still down on his time by 0.03 of a second. Again, he's got to find 0.2 to find any amount of comfort. To the final corner, a bit of a wide entry, and he's backed off.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. No, okay, I'm not sure what he's doing. He might be burning extra fuel. But he's already on 2-lap-old soft, so I'm not really sure if fuel is really going to help. Bobby AFC, who's decided to also jump into the pits. Meanwhile, our first man out of the garage is the Haas of Churchies.
Bobby, that's how it is myself. He thinks he's done enough there.
I think I can argue against that. I mean, I'd say anything under a 17.7 is probably safe. Outside of this, if you're slower than a 17.7, then you might be in danger. I think I've seen every race, every week in this division here specifically, is these guys find quite a bit of time in the final few minutes of quali every week. So that's probably my only guess as to why Robin's doing an extra lap and burning the extra fuel.
Yeah, he's getting a lot.
He's back to a full battery. Now I'm guessing he may have put a little too much fuel in the car. That might be why. Alright, this is Robin's last chance. It's make or break here. He is currently safe, but not by a long shot. Ace Phillip is the next man to cross the line. He is on the bubble. He is the time to beat if you want to get into Q3. And we get yellows In Sector 1, it's for Pfister coming out of the pits. I think he came out right in front of his teammate, had to slam on the brakes, get out of his way. And Thomas is now retired from the session. He's currently P2. Robin finding 0.003 of a second through the first sector. It's not a lot, but any amount can help. Had a bit of oversteer through the hairpin there.
Steadily built up.
Less than 2 minutes now left in the session. What can these drivers do? He lost about 1/10.5 in the middle sector. He's going to have to find quite a bit of time in this final few corners. I don't know if he can find that much time in these final few corners. It might be session over for him as he's looking a little unstable in the penultimate corner. Now through the final corner, he's riding the inside curb. And he's going to dive into the pits. He knows there's nothing he can do. Ace Phillip, meanwhile, is the next man to cross the line, and he's found over 7/10 through the first two sectors. Across the line now, it's the 17.5. Wow. Ace Phillip has definitely found the time he needed to be safe. We've got a lot of cars on track now. Not sure who is going to be the next one out across the line. It's going to be one of the McLarens. It's going to be Thunder. He's found about 3.5 tenths. Almost 3.5 tenths on his time. He's the man now on the bubble. Yeah, he's still in Sector 2. Thunder coming out of the final corner now, up the hill. He's going to open the DRS, and across the line, it's going to be a 17.6. It's also P3. It's almost 6 exactly improvement from the McLaren. Joshua, actually. Josh Meister got knocked out in Q1. Across the line, he does. He finds 3/10, but it's not enough to improve his position. JB Sharp across the line does not improve. There's 15 seconds left in the session. Churchies cannot put up another time. He's in the pits. We move to AKZ Deadly. Across the line, AKZ Deadly. That was an outlap. Pfister across the line puts up a 17.7 over a second improvement there from the Alpha Tauri. It's P6. Across the line will be Tony O'Reilly. He's found about 3/10 through the first two sectors. How much more can the Ferrari find? He's currently P5, so he is provisionally safe, but anything can happen here at Portimao. Antonio Wright's across the line. He takes pole. S8 Bolt is P6 with a 17.7. Q Jaguar improves only slightly. It's P8 for the Williams. Mr. Oddbod cannot improve. Neither can Joshua. He's getting off the track to get out of the way of JB Sharp. JB Sharp currently P14. He's got a chance to knock out Mr. Oddbod across the line. He's not going to be able to do it. It's half a second improvement, but it's still P14 as is an 18.4. I don't think he's got it here. Oh, wow. He did find a lot of time in the final sector. I don't know what he did in his last lap, but it's still not enough to improve position, unfortunately. AKZ Deadly, JB Sharp, Joshua Robin, and Neb Restrom are your bottom 5 out in Q2. And AKZ Deadly has left the session. I do hope we can get him back in here momentarily. Antonio Wright takes pole by 0.007 of a second. Unfortunate for Neb Restrom, off by just 35 thousandths of a second from Mr. Oddbod, but your top 10 just over 6/10 apart. Your front row less than 1/100th of a second apart.
Oh shit! I just noticed I'm going to be on the grid.
You said you're gonna be on the grid?
Yeah,
Oh, how do you wait? How do you know that?
I just see my name on the. I think I'm selected. I did select spectator.
Oh, jeez, I really hope that's not the case.
I'll just retire that one.
I mean, I don't know. They might restart anyway.
Yeah. I literally stay about a mile back because it's literally they want to restart. It literally
Oh, that would
let
be
me
on.
restart. I literally said,
Yeah, I don't know. This game sometimes does that. It's a pain. I expect nothing less from or more than that from EA, though. Frankly.
I'm not in the Discord, so I don't know who's doing this. Oh, you got because out on track.
First of them to put up a lap will be Ace Phillip, barring any invalidations. So I'm gonna let you take control here. Ace Phillip. A rather good lap from the Alfa Romeo of Ace Phillip. And the next man across the line is Pfister, who puts up an 18.4 across the line. 18.2 for SA Bolt. And we've got Thomas, who's just started his hot lap, so we move to Bobby. Come through the final corner now. Up the hill. Cross the line opens the DRS, and it's a 17.5. 6/10 faster than Ace Phillip. It doesn't even look like he's really trying right now. That's just how fast he's been. 22.2 for Thomas through the first sector. Antonio Wright starting his first hot lap of the session. certainly should.
2,
Thunder across the line now. He puts up a 17.7. It's P2 for the McLaren. Ace Phillip diving into the pits now. Tony, you're right, just about always has pace, no matter where we go. Thomas across the line now puts up a P2 lap with a 17.644. Absolutely flying right now. His teammate Mr. Oddbot is just across the line. Across the line. 17.8. Perhaps. Oh, what did he spin off of? Is it the curb? Perhaps it just he lost it in such a strange fashion, though. It wasn't like he lost it like the way it would flow. He lost it like the opposite way of the corner, and then lost it. I don't know. Churchy's across the line though, puts up an 18.1. 52.7 through the first two sectors. Again, very tight line there. It's an 18.2 for the Aston Martin with a P7. Got a cute Jaguar who's going to be diving into the pits now. Tony, you're right, I assume will be doing the same. He's got the red flashing light. He doesn't have enough fuel for a full lap. We got Ace Phillip who's going to be doing another lap here. Through the first sector, he's full throttle through turn 4. 21.9 through the first sector. One of the faster times I've seen in Sector 1 so far today. Josh has said if you are in a car, just drop back away from the field and retire in the pits at the end of lap 1. Yeah. I wasn't sure if they were going to call for a full restart or not, because I know when I was commentary, I think the first time ever doing comms here, I was in a car for whatever reason, and I ended up having to, they ended up having to restart the session. Out of the final corner now. Opens the DRS up the hill and across the line. It's a 17.4. He takes pole by almost a tenth over Bobby. It's just about 79 thousandths of a second to be exact. Right now we've got 3.5 minutes left in this session, so the question now becomes, when does the next driver come out of the pits? Well, if he wants to have a chance at coming doing another lap, he's going to have to absolutely blitz it on his outlap. Takes about 20 to 30 seconds to pull into the garage. About another 20 seconds to get out of the garage. That's 50 seconds alone, so... For a moment I saw the Williams of a Q Jaguar switch to a set of mediums. I was like, I don't know if that's the tires you want for Q3, but go ahead for it. Bobby AFC is the first man out of the pits. He definitely has enough time to put up another lap. Churchies, Pfister following him. After them, you've got the Ferrari of Tonio Wright, the Williams of Q Jaguar, the McLaren of Thunder, the Aston Martin of Thomas, S.A. Bolt, and now we watch Ace Phillip, who looks like he could be coming out right about now, but there's a minute and 40 seconds. He's very little time left. Unless he doesn't have another set of softs, and he does get out. But he's gonna have to hurry. He's gonna have to hurry. I mean, go flat, just go flat out. I know I should be watching the other drivers who are putting up laps, but I'm honestly a bit more interested on whether Ace Phillip can get across the line in time. Let's see if he can do it. On board with cars that are doing laps, like Bobby, who's coming about halfway through the turn 4 now. Opens the DRS. A 22-0 through the first sector. Robin has rejoined the session. Ace Phillip now coming out of turn 8. He doesn't want to push too hard out of there. He spins it all. He's pretty much lost any hope of putting up another lap. The yellow's in sector 3 once again. It's S.A. Bolt. He's going rather slow. He might be burning extra fuel, perhaps. Bobby across the line finds about 15 thousandths of a second in the middle sector. He's a little over a tenth up on his last time. The way it's looking, he could take pole. But Ace Phillip coming across the line with just 8 seconds to spare. He does get across the line in time. We move back to Bobby out of the final corner. Checkered flag is dropped. And Bobby takes pole with a 17:37, an absolutely phenomenal lap time from the Red Bull. Churchies has found 4/10 through the first 2 sectors. How much more time can he find through this final sector as he's coming out of the penultimate corner now, heading down the final corner, riding the inside curb, up the hill, opens the DRS line. It's a 17.6. It's not enough to take pole, but that's okay. He takes P4. Pfister takes P7 with an 17.8. It's 17.6 for Churchies. Tonio Wright takes pole by almost 2 whole tenths. Wow. Acute Jaguar. How much can he do? 17.5. It's P4. Thunder takes P2. He's 700ths off pole. Mr. Oddbot across the line takes up a 17.7. It's P8. S.A. Bolt coming across the line now. He takes a 17.5. It's P6. Ace Phillip has not improved through the first 2 sectors. I don't think he's going to get pole here. I don't think he's even going to get A position. And no, he's not. He's dove into the pits. His session is over. And that'll be it for Q3. Tonio Wright takes pole with a 17.167. 17.2 for Thunder and P2. P3 is Bobby AFC with a 17.3. 17.4 for P4. P5 takes a 17.6. It's a Q Jaguar. S.A. Bolt in P5 for a Q Jaguar. P6 for S.A. Bolt. Thomas NY. And P7 with a 17.6. 17.6 for Churchies. Mr. Oddbod with P9. 17.7 and 17.8 for Pfister in P10. If we look at the gap from P1 to P8 is less than half a second. And now we're getting the weird camera angle off the back of Pfister. Oh. Alright, well, that was a pretty good ending to Q3 there.
Camera
Oh boy. Well,
oh. Don't worry, I will stay well out of the way.
okay, I didn't realize we were going to be starting so soon. I'm trying to get my kids a snack, and All of a sudden I turn back and everyone's almost lined up on the grid already. Except for Ace Phillip, S.A. Bolton, Thomas, who have all been disqualified. I don't know if that's contact or misalignments on the grid. JB Sharp definitely got a misalignment on the grid. One, two, three, four, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go here for the Portuguese Grand Prix at Portimao. Can't tell from this camera angle. Oh, wow. Tony O'Wright gets a fantastic start. Thunder, in the meanwhile, gets a bit bogged down. And we got contact and spin. Huge spin from Thunder. Meanwhile, we've got... Oh, right. That's you. So far, it looks like the biggest mover. Oh, wow. We got a lot of... lot going on in the midfield right now. Bit of contact out of the hairpin, but they keep it going. Oh, S.A. Bolt goes a little wide into turn 8. Oh, him and Churchy's touch. Not great, but it doesn't cause a wreck, so good news there. Watching along with Neb Restrom. A lot of these guys are having a very difficult time trying to get through here right now. Just hoping right now that none of these guys get wing damage or anything else nearly as bad or even worse in some cases. Squirzo right now moving up 5 places. Currently the biggest winner in this first lap is the AlphaTauri of Pfister, who's gained 6 positions from P10 to P4. We got a big fight here for the lead between Bobby and Tony O'Wright. Bobby trying to keep Tony O'Wright very, very honest right now. Oh, we got a yellow. It's a spun car of Josh Meister. Of course, my co-commentator has retired from the session. So how was your lap around Portimao? Yeah, I saw for a bit, especially in turn 1. Unfortunately, the biggest losers so far in this race are Thunder and Ace Phillips. Started P2 and P4 and have both dropped 13 positions each. I do hope for their sake they can catch back up to the lead pack and perhaps do something. Yeah. Yeah, no, best thing to do in that situation. Oh boy, okay, what is going on here? I see a yellow in Sector 3 and AKZ Deadly is just... What's happening to Tuerzo? Oh, he's off! Final corner, he's spun off. Definitely not what you want to see. We've got Fiberizers out of the session right now. And they're not trying to give neither of them are trying to give the other any amount of breathing room right now. Certainly isn't going to let him get away. I can't even tell. It's telling me that he's minus 0.166 seconds on Bobby, which would mean he's ahead of him, and I'm just not sure. Gonna have to wait until he crosses the line to figure out how close or far he really is. There we go. That's better. Now 1.4 back there. Yeah, Thomas across the line puts up the best lap of the session of a 20.8. Probably going to be the best lap of the session I put up, any session I put up, period, when we end up going here. Ooh, looking at Thomas, he loses the rear end just a bit out of turn 3. Yet another yellow for Tuerzo, losing it again out of the final corner. And we've got AKZ Deadly, who's already almost a lap down, and he's also without a wing, I believe. And no front wing for the Mercedes driver. Yeah. Did he? Seriously? That could be a safety car, and it's gonna be. Wow. Did he? Hold on. Did he? If he did that on purpose, it could be a clip. No one in the top. Looks like no one in the top 8 is gonna pit. It's too early to pit. No, maybe not, because Josh was just pit in. And no one else follows him. I'm not sure why he pits so soon. 4 laps on mediums, you're certainly not going to make it to the end on the hards. Unless you've got some, like, god tier setup for tire saving. But then I'd imagine you'd be pretty slow. I mean, if you think that crash he did was intentional, I would say send it to Josh Meister. I don't really know who the head of the stewards is, but he's the owner of the league, so I know he'll probably be able to do something. The P17 guy, William, yes, Tuerzo is in the Williams.
I can't say it.
I mean, if you're not 100% sure on that it's intentional, don't send it in. Don't, you know. I'm just saying, if you know for sure it's intentional. Oh, yeah. Okay, well. Just the way you described it made it sound like it was intentional. I'm like, did he, like, straight up just yeet his car into the wall, or... Sorry?
How many divisions are there?
Oh, there's 6. Yeah, there's also an Oceania tier for the guys that live in New Zealand and Australia and stuff, which is pretty cool. Safety car will be in this lap. Restart order is Tonio Wright, Bobby, cute Jaguar. There's a bit of contact between Bobby and Tonio Wright. After Acute, Fister, Bolt, Thomas, Churchies, Neb, Oddbod, JB, Robin, Thunder, Ace, Phillip, Josh, Meister, Fiberize, Josh with Sforzo, and we are back under green flag conditions here at Portimao. Antonio Wright trying his hardest to break the toe, but doesn't really... I can tell you this much, breaking the toe never really does a whole lot, unless the guy decides not to follow you. Yeah, I've never personally found a reason to swerve constantly to break the toe. Obviously, some drivers do it, and I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying it doesn't really help or hurt me. It just kind of happens. I think Bobby right now needs the top two to fight side by side. Or Alex, not Bobby, Acute Jaguar needs the top two to fight side by side, because every time these two, both on the start and the restart, they've both pulling away from Acute Jaguar. About almost 10 car lengths ahead of him now. Bobby's still not able to make the move on Tonio. Orzo, since the restart, has gained 2 positions, both on Ace, Phillip, and Fiberize. Got another driver who's left this session. This time it's Ace Phillip. Something, batteries died on my controller, and I did not see what happened to Tuerzo, but he has dropped down to P17. He's almost 10 seconds back on Ace Phillip. We got a yellow. It's for Thomas. No, he's just lost it out of through turn 10. Gotta hope he doesn't spin the tires again. His tires are gonna be kind of hot right now, as it is already. The Jaguar's out of the DRS of the top two. Gonna try and break the toe of Fister. Bobby is right on the gearbox of Tonio. Oh, rides the sausage curb. Turn 2 there pretty heavily. Stabilizes the car. Keeps it going in the right direction though. We got another yellow. It's for Tuerzo again. Lost it in turn 2. Yeah. I think he's got to hope for his new tires. He's got to switch off his old tires he's on right now. Yep. Bobby is right behind Tonio, but he's still not close enough. Philip is joined back. We got a yellow. This time it's for Robin. Oh, you hate to see a guy like Robin spin here. Robin might actually lose a position to one of the AI. And good news, he will not. He's going to keep P14, and he should pull away again from them. Another 3-second time penalty here this time. And oh, Bobby has lost it. What has happened to Bobby? Oh dear, that's not good. The only man who's been able to compete with Tonio so far in this race has just lost the car. Down to P7 now. Gone from about half a second to 5.7 seconds behind the leader. Thomas once again takes fastest lap with a 20.6. As of right now, though, it's not going to do him any good. He's not going to get any points for it. Well, the earliest you want to pit onto the set of hards is probably lap 13. You don't want to pit too early. Of course, from here, certainly. I think the hards can make it to the end from lap 9. Nebrestra making the move on Churchies. Churchies looking for the switchback. It's not meant to be, though. Just dropped it down to P6 for the Haas. Well, if there was, it must have really hurt Bobby more than anything. Churchies is in the pits. Churchies is the first of the medium runners in the pits. JB Sharp stays out. Thomas does as well. Ace Phillip is going to stay out as well. So Churchies is going to be the first of the drivers to pit on this set of mediums. Gotta wonder whether Tuerzo decides to pit too. Gotta assume that he's at least thinking about it. That's exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna pit onto the hards all the way to the end. Not many, no. Oh, and by the way, Tuerzo did not pit onto the hards. He's on the softs. I mean, I guess he's trying to find grip at any cost. And it looks like S.A. Bolt will be the next man in the pits. Bobby stays out. We got a handful of drivers that come into the pits as well. We got JB Sharp and Thunder also pitting. Ace Phillip is also going to pit. Fiberize AI does not pit. All, of course, going to be pitting onto a new set of hards to go to the end. We've got Thomas has just passed Joshua. Almost contact there. Joshua had to back out to avoid said contact. And Thomas is up to P8. We've got Tony O'Reilly who chooses to stay out yet another lap. Pfister comes in though. Bobby AFC comes in. Thomas stays out another lap. See if you can try and invite Fiberize back if you can. Currently the Ferraris are 1-2. How much longer does that last though, with Tonio starting on the mediums and Neb Restrom starting on the hards? Oh, you gotta add them through recently played with. And Torzo across the line takes fastest lap of a 20.4. Let me see if they're gonna invite him. I have sent him a game invite. Hopefully he will be able to rejoin soon. At least sooner rather than later. So AI is currently still not in the race. His AI last lap put up a 1 minute and 26 second lap. For reference, Ace Phillip, who is not in AI, just put up a 21-1. So he is 5.5 seconds faster than Fiberize. That's how much time he's losing per second. That's good. I just saw him come back. We've got 15 lap old mediums for Tony O'Reilly still in this race. We've got Thunder and Thomas are both fighting for position. Thomas has to back out. I assume it's because he overtook him off track. Fiberize is officially back in the race. Antonio Wright gets a 5-second speeding penalty. It's better to lose a second than to lose 5, as I've always said. Antonio Wright is just, may have just thrown away this race with that 5-second penalty. He's gonna have to hope a safety car comes out to bail him out here. The good news for Antonio is that he's gonna come out about 10 seconds or so ahead of Pfister. Hit 2 laps ago. Oh wow, and we've got position swaps for Oddbot and Josh Meister. Neb Restrom takes the lead after his teammate's pit stop. About 3.8 seconds between him and Oddbot. And the gap between him and Tony O'Reilly is 20.9 seconds. And climbing due to his cold hards. Pfister's 3 seconds behind. The only person who hasn't... Oh, no. There's 5 people who have yet to pit. We got Robin, Josh Meister, Mr. Oddbod, Neb Restroom pitting a little early for the hard runners. I don't know why you would pit lap after 17 laps on hards. You're just setting yourself up for failure there, I feel. Oh, and Fiberize is another who has yet to pit. And we've got Mr. Oddbod, who's now in the lead. We have 3/10 of a second ahead of him. Or behind him is Josh Meister, though. And we've got Twerzo, who's spinning right now. He's gone completely off the track just to avoid getting in the way of the leaders. And to avoid running into that Visit Portugal billboard. Oh boy. Got a 4-way fight for P6 here between Fister, Q Jaguar, Neb Restroom, and Bobby. Oh, it was 3 wide just for a moment there. Not getting the best camera angles in the world here, but doing what I can I'm doing what I can manage with right now. Wow, and whoa, we've got oh, that was Twerzo. The stopped Williams was Twerzo. But Josh Meister, who's pitting, and again, I still feel like that's rather early to be pitting off of the mediums or off the hards onto the mediums. I feel like you want to at least go 20 laps on the hards if you're starting on them. No. Wait, yeah, okay. It said pit right next to his name for a second there. Wasn't sure why. Yeah, but as you've said, it is not easy to overtake on this track, so it might not matter if he can make up time. If he can't get past Fister, it won't matter. Which means his early pit stop may have put traffic that he can't get by. And we have got a yellow for a car way off track. Meanwhile, Oddbod and Joshua are still about 15.5 seconds ahead of Tonio. Oh, wow, is he? Or maybe not. Oh, contact. And he's going for the move here in turn 12. I don't know how he's going to get it done here, though. It's on the outside of turn 13 now. Might not matter. No, it definitely does. A cute Jaguar looking for the move. Mr. Oddbod is on a set of mediums now, brand new mediums. Can he come out in front of this group of cars? No, he cannot. Oddbod's going to be right behind him. Oh! Neb Restroom's just taken out Fister. I don't think he meant to, but he certainly did it. And that's putting Fister well out of the points now. He's in P13 after all is said and done. And we got another yellow up ahead. It's for the lapped Mercedes of Fiberize, who's just spun off. And I'm pretty confident his race might be over. The AI not able to pit for whatever reason. Joshua on 12 lap older hards is still about 15.5 seconds ahead of Tonio Wright. Yeah. Even a virtual right now would absolutely save him. Oh no, he's coming in now. He's going to pit onto a set of new mediums, go all the way to the end. He's got to hope, though, that he gets ahead of Neb Restroom. He can't be behind him, and he's not going to have much space to go in between him and Bobby. Even less between Bobby and Q Jaguar. Neb Restroom across the line puts up the best lap of the session. He's been passed by Neb and Bobby and Acute. And Bolt and Churchies. He's coming out right behind his teammate. Right in front of Mr. Oddbod. And Mr. Oddbod being on the... Well, Got to remember the pit loss time here is a bit more than you would expect it to be. This gap between... Oh, boy. We got a car way off. What happened? Oh, it's Thomas. And he's retired on track. That could be problematic for... Oh, Swerzo doesn't actually kill him there. Shockingly. And Swerzo gets a penalty for a collision with a ghosted car. How... Actually, he was the ghosted car. I don't know how that happens. Okay, well. Certainly can't argue that. Just found out why Ace Phillip couldn't put up another lap in Q3. His force feedback pretty much stopped completely. I don't have a steering wheel, but I do remember the feelings of having your force feedback completely cut out on you. Robin putting up another fastest lap of the session. It is a 20.2 for the AlphaTauri. It's Pfister and Sharp right now fighting for position. Pfister trying to defend as hard as he possibly can. Sharp's going to get the move done. And on the switchback, Pfister just absolutely flies. They're still side by side, though. You're going to want to make a decision on who's going to keep the position here through turns 7 and 8. They keep it side by side. And oh! Sharp did not get the acceleration he wanted out of that corner. And Pfister takes P11 on his own. An absolutely fantastic move by the AlphaTauri driver. Absolutely fantastic. Meanwhile, we've got a DRS train from P5 all the way down to P10 from Joshua, Josh Meister, Oddbod, Thunder, Turkeys, and Bolt at the head of this train. Question is, can Bolt catch up to the Williams in front of him? Joshua putting up the best lap of the session with a 19.8. He gets past Josh Meister. And it's P9 for the McLaren, but not so fast. Josh Meister has other plans. And peeks the nose inside of turns 3 and 4. Nothing doing there, though. Tries to switch back. Didn't have much momentum, though. And it looks like Joshua's going to take P9 for sure now. JB Sharp and Fist are both getting 3-second time penalties. Oh boy, and we got Robin diving for P12. And Sharp is going to take the position, or maybe not. And no, it does not look like he's going to be able to get the position back. So Robin's going to take P12 from Sharp. Meanwhile, at the front, you got Tonio Wright, who still holds about a 4.1 second lead over his teammate. And we got yellow. Again, it's Tuerzo. But he's got that 5-second penalty, so Nep Restrom, if he keeps it within 5 seconds, could win this race. And we've got Pfister. Pfister's just retired in the pits. Apparently the only battles that are really going on right now are in this DRS train from P5 to 10. The question is, can any of them make a move on any other driver? Mr. Oddbod. Oh, he's looking to the outside of the McLaren. Not going to be able to get him here, though. Got to get him in the exit of this corner and through this corner. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do that, though. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, only 9 laps to go here at Portimao. We've got Joshua, who's now gotten a penalty. This could put Josh Meister all the way up to P6 after penalties are assessed. Instead of scoring just 1, he could score 8 points here tonight. I'd say that's a pretty good change of scenery. Oh, Mr. Oddbod's gotten past Thunder. So Mr. Oddbod takes P7. You've got the McLarens both looking to try and switch positions. A bit of contact between them. They're right on board with Josh Meister, excuse me, was going to make a move on both of the McLarens. An absolutely fantastic move by the Alpine driver of Josh Meister. Oh, a little bit of contact, but it looks like he's going to secure P8 on track. Wow. Got a double overtake on both of the McLarens because they couldn't decide who was going to get P8. And he said, screw it, I'm going to take P8. Probably the move of the race, without a doubt, in my opinion. He doesn't get the DRS down this straight, but he is closing in a little bit. They're certainly starting to. Meanwhile, Bobby Antonio's tires are still holding on strong here. Though Neb is still within the 5 seconds he needs to be to take the win away from his teammate. The question is if Bobby catches up to Neb Restrom, do you as a teammate decide to hold back Bobby and secure the P1, P2, or do you just keep pushing for the win?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's definitely getting to the end. There's no question. His tires will be perfectly fine by the end. They'll probably be about 40% or so. But they'll be fine. And Neb Restrom's got a 3 seconds, so now he's got to catch within 2 seconds of his teammate to get the win. Oh no! This could be a huge momentum swing in favor of Bobby. Yeah. He's going to get DRS here on this lap, too. Neb also gets the DRS. I just realized he got it off of the lap cars. But these two are fighting for position, so they can't get out of... They aren't required to get out of the way. They both do anyway, though. Yeah. Yeah. But again, do you play the teammate game, or do you try to catch up to your teammate to take the position away? You got to think he's got to hold Bobby back, but... I think right now Tonio's got to save up his ERS for these final few laps. Save up the ERS and then push as hard as possible on the final lap or two with the ERS.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a choice. He either does that or he loses out on any chance of a win. no, actually he doesn't. He's just got to stay within 5 seconds of Tonio and 3 of within Neb. He's well inside the 3 of Neb. He doesn't need to do much of anything right now. Oh. Cute. Dropped 2 positions. He's down to P6. What has happened to him? Both Churchies and SA Bolt getting positions on him. And I've just realized something. Josh could actually get better than P6. Well, maybe not. He's got 2 guys ahead of him with penalties of 3 seconds each. And now he's got to hope he can get past. Oh, there he is. We got a yellow. It's for Twerzo. Getting out of the way of drivers. Bobby wants to have a chance. He's got to get back in that DRS of Neb. Four laps to go, though. Anything is possible. Hayes Phillip is in the pits. Oh yeah, he's definitely pushing now. Might be Neb Resham dropping back though, because he's dropped about 3/10 Big Bobby in the last half a lap or so. We got a yellow this time. It's for an Alpha Tauri. I think it's Robin. And Churchies is spun. Churchies is off on the final corner. The heartbreak for the Haas driver, who was in a very good position to score points tonight, is now... Oh, and he's barely avoided by Sharp, who dives into the pits. Twerzo is also diving into the pits, I assume, for a set of softs to end the race. Bobby is directly behind. Churchy's retired on track, I believe. And at this point, you can definitely tell Neb is playing the team game right now. He's Valtteri Bottasing about as hard as he can. Gotta hope that he doesn't hold him up, go too slow holding him up, though. If he goes too slow, he could end up hurting himself on this DRS straight, and that's exactly... Oh, no! Bobby's passed him too soon. Way too soon. But he had no choice. And now Neb is about 15 miles an hour faster than Bobby here. Oh, he bumps into the Ferrari just a tad. Not enough to upset the car or anything, though. Certainly is. 2 laps to go. Bobby's got to get through him one way or another. I don't think he can afford to sit behind him and play a gentleman's game. I think he's just got to get him out of the way. Oh, he's lost it out of turn 8. Almost killed the car. That might have just sealed the deal for Tonio, as he may have just won this race off of that spin. Yeah. I don't know why he passed him past Neb so early though on that out of the penultimate corner. He saw him run wide and go slow, and he just went for the move and didn't realize the DRS detection point's much later than that. I don't think he's even gonna get the DRS here either. Okay, no, he might. No, wow. Yeah, so any chance of Bobby making a comeback here is definitely gone. Barring anything unforeseen, Tonio Wright should cross the line as the winner. Despite a massive overcut on the mediums, and his teammate doing a massive undercut on the... or a massive overcut off the mediums. A massive undercut onto the mediums for Neb Restroom. Still got a fight here for P4 between Bolt and Q Jaguar. The yellow again, it's Squirzo again. Coming out of the final corner though and to the line. It's going to be a race win for Tonio Wright. Neb Restroom is going to come across P3 after penalties. It's P2 for Bobby AFC. SA Bolt across the line holds off a Q Jaguar. It's P4, P5. Or P4 for Bolt, P5 for Jaguar, P6 for Josh. I saw a car just eat a wall. Josh Meister P6, P7 for Mr. Oddbod, Joshua P8. Thunder is the man who crashed into the wall, and P9. Robin. Currently the fastest lap is held by JB Sharp. The 19-1, that's what 137. He needs a 136 to beat his best, the best lap, excuse me. And he does just that with an 18-6. So he's going to take home 2 points for this race instead of just your normal one. P11 Sharp, Ace Phillip in P12, Fiberize in P13. Squirzo is going to take P14, the last finisher of this race. Your DNFers are AKZ Deadly, Thomas, Pfister, and Churchies. If I can. Yeah, and I can do it this time, yeah. I'll hit up our podium finishers. And everyone disregard the Stars Orphan. He is my co-commentator for this race. If you guys don't remember me saying that in the beginning. All right. Well, we can't invite Bobby. look like we're gonna have any post-race interviews here. So that'll do it from me here, folks. I've been your host, Days Freak. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye and good night.